Hello everyone, this is Rick again. Welcome to the other side. Now I promise you this webinar will change your life and the way you think about money. Now remember back in school when they used to do roll call just to make sure that everybody was in the right place. Well, right now I'd like to do my own version of roll call. Now instead of calling your name, however, I'm going to ask you two questions. One, do you or anyone you know want to pay less taxes and get out of debt? Two, do you want to take home more money in your paycheck without working longer hours, getting a second job, or begging your boss for a raise? If you answered yes to either question, sit back and relax, get comfortable. Class is now in session. Now, most people I know work hard to earn a good living for themselves and their families. But if you're like me, one day you would like to be able to stop working. Am I right? And when you finally decide to stop working, you want it to be on your terms, without having to lower your standard of living. This is commonly known as financial success. Now, unfortunately, most people are much more likely to experience financial failure. They will have to work a job until the day they die. They live day to day, paycheck to paycheck, unable to set anything aside to build an asset to support themselves later in life. The reality is that we will always be a nation of haves and have-nots. Why? Because that's just how capitalism works. The masses are raised from birth to be consumers, not producers, to be renters and not homeowners, to be employees and not employers. The beauty of capitalism, though, is that under the right circumstances, a have-not can become a have. However, it does require focus and commitment to a financial strategy. Another indication that you are in financial failure is when your lack of money costs you even more money. Debt is often the culprit here. Due to lack of money, we resort to credit cards and high-interest loans to get us by. This can be a slippery slope indeed. And we fully intend to pay off the balance next month, but something else always seems to come up. Pretty soon you find yourself making just the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards. Soon penalties and late fees begin to add up. Before you realize it, you're up to your eyeballs in debt, with way too much month left over at the end of your money. Sound familiar? Now, the reason you're in debt in the first place is probably due to a financial enemy most people are completely oblivious to. You can no doubt complain about it, but seldom people take action to address it. Taxes are by far everybody's largest expense and the primary cause of financial failure. We lose over a third of our income to taxes, yet we're conditioned to believe there's nothing we can do about it. This is so not true. The key lies in understanding our tax laws and how they can work for us instead of against us. This is why tax cuts, tax breaks, tax incentives are always such an issue come election time. The wealthy know the game and they work the system. The rest of us just complain about it and pay through the nose. Now there is a better way. It's called the Strategic Business Venture, or SBV for short, and it will change your life and the way you think about money. The SBV shields or protects your job income from excessive taxation and converts major expenses like your home, car, utilities, and food into new cash flow, all with Uncle Sam's blessing. There's no smoke and mirrors here, just proven financial strategies that will give you back control of your finances. Now, you won't feel intimidated by a lot of financial jargon, buzzwords, and incomprehensible acronyms. Instead, you will feel educated and empowered about money and how it really works. Now, I teach the Sbv as a sword and shield financial strategy. Imagine the gladiators of ancient times as they did battle in the old world coliseums. Their sword was their primary weapon. Their shield was their plan B, just in case their main attack failed or they were caught off balance by their opponent. Now with the Sbv, your job is your sword, your primary source of income. Your Sbv becomes your shield, protecting your job income from excessive taxation and freeing up cash flow to pay down debt and to invest. It really is just that simple. But this simple strategy can also be quite powerful financially. Now, okay, before we go any further, let's deal with the elephant in the room. Like it or not, the only way for the average Joe to come out on top with Uncle Sam is to be a business owner. Now, some of you absolutely, positively, and categorically do not want to run a business. You aren't trained for it, and the very thought of it intimidates the heck out of you. Don't despair. I got you. Now, thanks to Congress, there is great flexibility in the definition of what qualifies as a business. You don't have to rent a building, buy furniture and computer equipment, hire staff, and manage accounting systems. Your Sbv makes all of that unnecessary. There is no need to sign up for a network marketing opportunity that requires you to sell, and recruit. Take heart. This is not that kind of party. Why not? Because your Sbv is not required to make a profit. It only needs to operate 3 to 4 hours a week with the intent to make a profit. Now, I don't know about you, but I always intend to be profitable. Now, if you take nothing else away from this webinar, let it be a thorough understanding of the concept of income shifting. It is critical to the success of your Sbv. The truth is, you probably already make enough money to be successful. You just don't keep enough of it. Now, there are basically 3 ways money is made in America. 1, a W-2, or a job. 90% of us get paid this way, incidentally. Option 2 is a 1099, and that's a business owner or an independent contractor. And number 3 is investments. That's interest income, dividends, capital gains, etc. Each, of course, has its advantages and disadvantages. Income shifting allows you to move your money strategically from W-2 to 1099 to investments, minimizing your amount of taxable income while maximizing your potential cash flow. The new cash flow can then be used to pay down your debt and to begin investing. Now, eventually, your investments will begin to generate revenue of their own in the form of interest, dividends, capital gains, etc. This process is known as the cash flow success cycle. Now, as I said earlier, the vast majority of Americans get paid with W-2 or job income. W-2 income requires you to trade your time for money. Some call this an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. I prefer to call it linear income because it is one-dimensional and depends entirely on what you personally are able to produce. For better or worse, you're in the rowboat all by yourself, bailing. Now, there's got to be a better way. Linear income actually works pretty well as long as you're able to live within your available resources. It starts to break down, however, when your expenses begin to exceed your income. That's when we tend to resort to things like working longer hours, taking on a second job, or begging our boss for a raise. Not great options, in my opinion. Now, don't forget, as your age increases and your health begins to decline, your time decreases in value as a tradable commodity, making the hours for dollar strategy much less effective. Now, unlike linear income, leveraged income allows you to tap into other people's resources. Now, you've heard about the Andrew Carnegie quote, "I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own." This refers directly to the leveraged income concept. Show me a wealthy person, and I'll show you someone who benefits financially from the time, talent, treasure, and resources of someone other than themselves. When the owner of your company is out sailing on his yacht or playing golf at the country club, is he still getting paid? Well, of course he is, because he's got you and your fellow employees on the job working hard for him. Like it or not, you are his source of leveraged income. Now, I'm not talking about your supervisor or your manager. He or she is probably a W-2 employee just like you. I'm referring to the owner of your company. This is the way wealthy people got to be wealthy in the first place. They traded other people's time for money, not their own. Now, residual income is the perfect complement to leveraged income. It allows you to get paid over and over and over again on work that you did just one time in the past, without having to do any additional work today. Trust me, you need more residual income in your life. Now, the 1099 represents your best opportunity to take advantage of both leveraged and residual income. But as a W-2, you're not entitled to either. Now, that's a bummer. The strategic business venture not only gives W-2 employees the option of both leveraged and residual income, but allows access to a number of write-offs and deductions that shield your job income. This is the true beauty of the Sbv. Now, the formula for financial success is as simple as 1, 2, 3. The quality of most people's lives would improve tremendously if they could just do 3 basic things: pay less taxes, get out of debt, and invest for the future. The Sbv was designed to help you do just that. It won't make you a millionaire overnight or transform you into a captain of industry. What it will do is level the financial playing field and give you a fighting chance at financial success. Now, stay tuned for a very special offer. Now, I'm offering to participants of this webinar only my premium 8-week strategic business venture home study course, a $397 value for only $267. That's right, you will save $130. And this offer is for participants of this webinar only. Enrollment is limited, so act now. I will even show you how to get Uncle Sam to pay for it. I want to speak to each participant personally to assure that this is a good fit for both of us. That's just the way I roll. Now, it's not an automated cookie-cutter coaching program. You will be working directly with me in small group sessions of only 2 to 4 people. So please call me toll-free at 1-877-223-0346 to speak with me and enroll. That's 1-877-223-0346 to take back control of your life and your finances. This is Rick Hopkins, and I wish you the best in financial success.